Welcome back to the Final Fantasy XII playthrough, and like I said last time, we're going to be doing some more stealth action. Only, instead of actually doing stealth stuff, we can actually go up and kill guards. Although the only real stealth element you might want to be careful of is picking fights with guards that are by other guards, so that way you don't cause them to gang up on you and make fights drag out, you know, like in the sewers. Although the main thing you want to remember when it comes to taking on some of the guards is that there are also mages in the group. And the mages, well, all they really do is cast magic at you. I mean, this varies depending on your equipment assortment, because at this point you probably want to add heavy armor since that boosts your physical defense, while lightweight armor boosts your magic defense. But since you're going to be fighting a lot of physical based enemies, you would want to put on a lot of heavy armor. I'd say a good assortment when it comes to choosing your armor is to put a balance, so that way you have pretty good magic defense and pretty high physical defense. Also, one thing I forgot to mention last time is that big Darth Vader judge over there is named Judge Gabranth. Although, chances are, you may recognize him from a certain spin-off fighting game as a secret character. Also reappeared in the sequel, along with Vaughn, even though with the prequel... don't ask. Does he have to enter every scene epically like that? Is it just in his contract or something? Alright, Judge Gabranth, it's great to know that you want to join the Archadien army. Are there any conditions you want to go through, dadass? Well, let's see, well, nothing much, except I'd like to go into every room as epically as I possibly can. Yeah, I think we can work something out. Although it does help, since Gabranth does sound pretty epic, and he is the leader of the Archadien army. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that? Well, he is.
You have grown very thin, Bosch.
I call bullshit. If he's supposed to be a Darth Vader impersonator, he's supposed to look fucked up.
Less than a
Also,
shadow.
Bosch? Oh my god, I thought he was killed.
You live. Why?
To silence Hondor. How many times must I say it?
Is that all?
Why not ask Vane himself? Is he not one of your masters?
We've caught a leader of the insurgents. She's being brought from Rabanasta, the woman Amalia. Who could that be?
Alright, so I'm assuming that the only reason they're keeping Bosch alive is because they told one of their friends that they would keep him alive, but although you gotta ask yourself, why make it public that he's been executed when you're not going to kill him to begin with? I mean, Arcadia has proven that they're more than willing to lie about, well, everything. I think telling one leader of a public
This the place.
wouldn't know if you assassinate or executed a known prisoner.
You know Imperials. Please, you must get me out.
It's against my policy to speak with
I know I'm hated among the people and whatnot, but you gotta let me out, because,
Is that so?
I didn't do it.
Glad to hear it.
I just love
Please,
Malthia's expression.
get me
Oh, you
out.
didn't do it.
For the sake of
Good to know.
Dalmasca.
Oh, shit.
Dalmasca? What do you care about Dalmasca? Everything that's happened is because of you!
I'm
Everyone
starting to
that's
get
died, every
flashbacks
single
to
one.
Titus from Final Fantasy X.
Even my brother. You killed my brother!
Quiet. The guards will hear.
I'm not going to
I'm
make
dropping
Inigo
it.
Montoya jokes, so don't ask.
Pirates without a sky.
A line read without any point. Oh, I just got what Fran said. I'm dropping it. And it's funny because dropping the conversation while at the same time dropping the... yeah, it wasn't that funny. You would think falling, though, through what looked like stories would probably kill all our characters, but this is Final Fantasy, and any sense of logic is immediately thrown out the window. See what I mean? Logic doesn't exist. Also, Bosch somehow survived that, even though he was inside the cage.
Spare us your quiddities.
Yeah, but
Quidditch,
he's
that's a big one.
A traitor, I know. Stay here and fight if you want. If you can walk, let's go.
You're taking him with us?
We could use another sword arm.
And you have it.
Another sword arm. This is going to be hard to say, but Bosch is one. I just love that face after the screen says Bosch is now a guest. But anyways, as it says, Bosch is a guest, and one thing I forgot to mention when it comes to guests is that you can't change around their equipment. So anything they have on, they keep on. You can't take anything off, you can't add anything. And the problem with Bosch is that, well, he has nothing on him. It would be nice if we could actually add some equipment. Also, here's some hidden gil if you want some, but fighting with your bare hands is not the smartest idea in a game where you have, oh, I don't know, giant spiders. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But anyways, the first thing you probably notice is that there's a guy who's selling stuff. And this is probably one of the best shops at this point right now, because once he's done spieling about how he's been stealing stuff from corpses, he has some of the best equipment you can get in the game thus far. High-level swords, high-level equipment, or high-level armor, next-level shields, pretty good equipment, and accessories and whatnot. And magic galore. And gambits. Gambits are always useful. But the one thing you want to remember when it comes to this guy is that he has the protect spell, which you could use to beef up your character's defense. You've probably noticed all the other enemies that have been using it. That's pretty much what it does if you didn't know. It just boosts your physical defense. Your magic defense, not so much. But there is another spell out there that will do it. That will boost up your just magic defense. There are some other spells you might want to get early on in the game. I think there was Blind, there was Slow, and Immobilize, all of which are time magic, which you probably don't have, but if you have Protect, I believe that is a green magic spell, but you can get the license for it early on in the game. And a pro tip, if you want to make sure that your party members are always equipped with a buff spell, not just Protect, but later on in the game when you get Haste or when you get Bravery that boosts your physical attack. If you set up a gambit that just says character name, cast Protect, they will always have that buff spell attached to you, as long as they have the appropriate MP. So it's really useful if you want to go through a dungeon and grind some levels and whatnot. But you don't want to take too much damage. Also, the lights are on. And this is a quote-unquote other gameplay element. Once we flick the switch, it really comes into play. Yeah, for some odd reason, the energy generator only has a set amount of energy to it. Opening certain gates and whatnot will take out some of that energy. And later on there will be other elements that take out your energy. What are those things? Well, we'll see. And what happens when you run out of energy? Once again, we'll see.
Hey,
And here we come across a new enemy, Mimics.
I've heard of these.
Now, if you don't know what a mimic is, essentially what a mimic is that it's a fake treasure chest. In any other adventure game, when you try to open a treasure chest, usually it'll sprout out spider legs and teeth. This is pretty interesting what they did with it. How they're kind of Transformers now. You can't really see it well in this part, but later on. Also, when lights are off, zombies appear.
And it's worse in the dark.
I don't know how that works, but apparently it does. I didn't know zombies were afraid of the light.
But don't worry, it'll give the energy back if you ask nicely. Sticking it with a sword helps too. Clock's ticking.
And if you didn't get Boltier's quick whip quick quip or some. He's fancy talking. If you kill a mimic, it'll give back any energy that it took. Since that mimic took out a good chunk, he'll give back a really nice amount. And like I said, when the lights are off, zombies start appearing. So you want to kill mimics as quickly as possible so you can get those lights back on and get those zombies away, because too many enemies are very dangerous. Now Balthier is probably, or not Balthier, Bosch is very useful since he's level 10 and he has a lot of defense or attack. I want to thank you for watching, and next time we're going to get further into the Nalbina dungeon and try to get out. See you later.